Hello again, this is Jim Ave, and this is the last group of assignments that I'll cover for our class. And couldn't come up with some creative name for the assignment, so I just called it a choice assignment. This is different than the other choice assignment, but similar idea. You have the choice between completing one of two assignments. One assignment is called the Scenarios in Athletic Training Education, and the other assignment is called Best of the Best. Each assignment requires you to provide an audio or video presentation, and you have the freedom to select what kind of presentation program to use. Audio, PowerPoint, other screen capturing software, yada yada yada. And again, this is another one. If you want to write a paper, you can do that, but I would like you to do still at least an audio overview of your paper. You don't have to read it and present it completely like if you're doing the video type thing, but still should at least give us some, a few minute overview of your paper. If you got any questions about writing a paper versus a video or audio thing, let me know. I'm happy to discuss that with you. Just like our signature assignment, choice assignment, I really expect you to be an engaging presenter. I don't want you to be boring, or just read the material with a monotone voice. I want you to make good presentations. If you're going to use PowerPoint or such type thing like that, don't include every single word on your PowerPoint slide. That's not good presentations. If you don't know how to present, search the internet. There's all sorts of good information out there with that. And I've discussed this information with your other choice assignment, other presentation. I'm not going to reread that. So if you're going to choose to do the Scenarios in Athletic Training presentation, which will happen is in that particular, I'm going to probably put another forum up where you have to decide which of the two assignments you're going to do, and within the that forum I'll post the scenarios, and so you can see what kind of scenarios we're talking about. Okay, so you'll pick one of the scenarios that you're interested in, and then you're going to analyze and utilize our textbooks and our and other journal articles to provide a better learning environment for that student. You'll see that there are all issues with the students, and then you're going to include this scenario in your presentation. You're going to identify what is the issue, what is the clinical concern going on here. Then you're going to discuss a strategy, a teaching strategy to fix the situation. Then you want to discuss the desired learning outcome. What do you want to happen with this? And provide questions for the other students to answer. Again, with all our writings and assignments, other than a low-risk assignment, you should support your material with evidence, which is evidence-based academics, and incorporate those into the presentation. And so you should use at least 5 additional resources from the books. Okay. The other one is called the Best of the Best presentations, and both of them are worth the same amount of points. And what I want you to do is find a teacher who models the best of the best characteristics as described by Bain in what the best college teachers do. So you have to find a teacher that exemplifies those. How would you do that? You can ask students who've taken teachers. You can use one of your former teachers. But the thing is, it should be a college or university teacher. The teacher does not need to be an athletic training educator. can be somebody outside of the athletic training area. Okay, so somebody that models the best of the best teaching behaviors as described by Bain. That's the critical point. Okay, then after you identify that particular teacher, you want to contact that teacher, that person, ask them if you can watch them teach. Now, if you can't because of summer schedules and all that, and they live 100 miles away, that I understand the limitations there. So you don't have to observe them teaching if you just can't do that. But you do have to do an interview with them. Plan about an hour to 2 hours. I don't think it'll really take 2 hours. I think an hour and a half is more like it. You should record the interview because you're not going to be able to write everything down you hear. Then you'll need to get the interview transcribed. I'm going to try to find some online transcription places for you. Before you do the interview, have the teacher read and sign the informed consent form and the demographics form that I've provided. And then if you do observe the teacher in their classroom, use the observational rating scale to rate the teaching again, in which I've provided for you. Interview the teacher using the interview protocol that I've provided for you. Try to do that in person if you can, but if not, use email, phone. The order really should be in person, phone, Skype, email will be the last. Okay, that really shouldn't be the order. Then after you've done all that, you've interviewed them, you've transcribed it, you read the book, you read their interview, then you need to analyze their responses. Then from analyzing the responses and everything, that's when you'll make your presentation based on this material. So what you're going to do in your presentation is first you'll provide a biographical sketch of the best teacher that you interviewed, where they work, what they teach, where they went to college, etc. And we ask those questions in the interview. Don't use their name. Make up a name for them. Keep their identity anonymous. Explain how and why the teacher was selected. What was your selection process? Were they considered the best of the best? What themes arose during the teaching observation, if you had one, and interview about effective teaching and learning that was supported by the literature? How did they model, or did they even model, the things that Bain discussed or other authors discussed? Provide quotes and appropriate examples from the teacher, so we can see how you saw that, to give support for how they modeled those different behaviors. Was their teacher really the best of the best teacher? Why or why not? Again, support your conclusions using the literature, evidence-based teaching or evidence-based academics. Again, what could your interviewee improve on? What could your interview improve on? Are there any things that particular teacher can still improve on, in your opinion? And again, based on the research. Providing conclusions. What is the take-home message for you? Or what is the so what message for you and for the rest of us? Sort of like I did my takeaway message at the beginning of this, the introduction to this class. What are your takeaway message to so what questions for you and for us that we can use as teachers? So regardless of if you're going to do the scenarios or the best of the best, you're going to, again, post your discussion or your presentation in the appropriate forum. You're also going to provide 2 to 4 open-ended questions or statements in your forum that other students can respond to. And you should also read the other students' responses and keep the thread going by asking more probing questions. And then each student must first listen to the other student's presentation before they respond to the presentation. And you need to read or listen to the 3 of the other presentations. Okay, and another thing it's critical, support the responses with evidence. That means citing sources. Again, evidence-based academics. So you can do the math. It's 30 points total for that particular assignments. If you got questions about either of the choice assignments, please let me know. One last thing before on our assignments, I should have talked about this. We want to follow this right here. Turn in all assignments in Moodle. All assignments are due by 11:59 p.m. on the date listed in the course schedule. Students should include the following information on the title page for all paper assignments. Even in your audio or video presentation, you still should provide your name, my name, course number, name, date, title for the assignment. And if it's a paper assignment, use 1-inch margins, double spaced, and provide page numbers. Insert page numbers. Okay. As always, ask questions in a Q&A forum. I'm here to help. That's my thing, is to help you facilitate your learning.